Hey sis, welcome to day 18. Our topic today is help for the helper as we go through. We're on day 18. Can you believe it? Of our when women get into position, our 21-day devotional, having the right heart posture for a righteous purpose. Right posture, righteous purpose. Okay, so today we're talking about Phoebe, and I'm going to read the scripture text because it's really short. Romans 16 verses 1 through 2, and I'm going to read from the New King James Version. It says, I commend to you Phoebe, our sister, who is a servant of the church in Centuria, that you may receive her in the Lord in a manner worthy of the saints, and assist her in whatever business she has need of you. For indeed, she has been a helper of many and of myself also. So here we go. Here's the commentary. What an amazing testimony it is when someone speaks well of you. You know, we talked about that the other day about what will people say when I was sharing about my mother, how people spoke well of her. What will people say about you? That really does matter. Now, you don't be moved by the negative opinions of people, but what you want to have a good name. Let me just say that, okay? So this is what Paul does for Phoebe. The other great picture, the other great picture in this text displays is people in the faith supporting one another, and when Paul encouraging them um, to welcome her and show kindness to her as she has shown to him and so many others. So Paul is saying to the people, like, listen, invite Phoebe in because she has helped me so. And this is her natural gift. She's a helper. My sister's like that. She has the ministry gift of helps. That's her ministry gift. It's one of her ministry gifts, the gift of helps. So in Romans 16, Phoebe's not leading a and doing anything grand for folks to see, but her commitment to others shines through. It's like she's this pillar of support, using her gift of helps, if you will, to make the Christian community stronger, to make those believers, the following that those followers who were following Paul at the time, like she's building this community. She wants to make sure they're strong. Her story lets us know that service and support aren't just for the big stages. Come on, somebody. They're right here within our reach. Phoebe held the position of a helper. And I say in the commentary, she reminds me of my sister Karen, who is always serving. Like Phoebe, she's a deacon in our local church. My sister did it. That is, she's a deacon in our local church. She isn't driven by title, but by her servant's heart. Only thing that moves her, if she sees a need, she's going to meet it with love and care. She regularly checks on senior members of our family. I'm talking about my sister. She literally does this. And she checks on members of our family and in our community. Yet just the other day we were coming from somewhere shopping, and she said, "Oh, I got to check on Mama Nichols and Daddy Nichols because I hadn't seen them in a minute." And she's always taking food. She's always doing it. She has the ministry of the gifts of help. Her ministry rather is the gift of helps. And that's important that we identify what our gift is and move in that, because God will bless us as we move in that. um and so anyway, she is my modern day Phoebe, is what I call her. So I am posturing my heart to be more aware of those who are in need and meet those needs with love and care, like Phoebe did, and like my sweet sister Karen. So I do believe that we should consider, and so here's our thought for today: consider how we can make a meaningful difference by reaching out to those in need with love and care. My cousin Trina wanted to do something in the community here in Memphis, and she's hosting a drive for the homeless, blanket drive, blankets and sweaters for the homeless, as the season has changed and as it's getting cooler and it's going to get colder, and so her heart was to do something, and she found an organization to part with. You could do that. Like, what is it that your heart wants to do? How can you help? How can you, again, be an expression of God's goodness in the earth? Find a way to be helpful. Find a way to be helpful. And be helpful in a way that you can be helpful. You don't have to do it like anybody else does. But these are just ideas and thoughts. Check on the older people, on seniors. Serve a women's shelter. do something kind. Get a few. What if you and your girlfriends, you know, contacted a home for women, battered women who, women who are getting out of a bad situation or domestic violence situation or in the shelter right now. What if you reached out to that shelter and say, how can we help on a monthly basis and help transition these women into safe spaces? What can we do? What can my group of friends do? Because we go out as friends on trips and to restaurants, but what can we do to pour into other people as we're enjoying our life, which is great? How can I bless somebody else's life? And you don't have to do it publicly by any means, but I'm saying that let's take the opportunity to be like Phoebe, because I think we all can help in some way. We may not all have the gift of helps, but if somebody's organizing something, because that's not my gift, but if somebody else is organizing something in that way and want to be supportive, I'll create a flyer for you. I will donate to you. I will spread the word. I am great at spreading the word. I am great when it comes to somebody fundraising. I'm going to share the link. I'm going to support it financially, because that's my lane. That's what I do. And so, find your lane, find how you can help, and be a blessing in the community. Again, get in position, be an expression of God's goodness in the earth. You can do it each and every day. All right, I love you, and I'll see you for day 19. God bless.